Am I the a-hole for cutting off my alcoholic brother after what he did to my daughter? My brother, 51M, is an alcoholic. That's not an easy sentence to write, but it's the truth. His addiction has been something that's shaped our family for decades, and it has left more scars than I can even count. At the time this happened, he was at a very low point. Our dad had just passed away, his marriage of 29 years was crumbling, they've since divorced, and his medical practice was shutting down. He had just finished his third stay in rehab, this time at a non-AA affiliated place, because he absolutely refuses to have anything to do with AA. While he was in there, we spoke daily. I was terrified for him, and as much as I resented his choices, I also wanted to help him. I tried to be the brother who supported him, encouraged him, gave him a lifeline to hold on to. We actually grew close during those weeks, and I thought maybe, just maybe, he was finally turning a corner. When he was released, he went back home, but only a few days later, he drove 4 hours to visit me and my family. I was happy to host him. He had stayed with us plenty of times before, sometimes with his wife and kids, sometimes alone. This time was different though. This was his first stay right after rehab, and in hindsight, I should have realized how fragile and unpredictable things could be. From the beginning, things felt off. I don't drink, so I don't always recognize the subtle signs of someone drinking or slipping. But I could sense he was restless, edgy, and maybe not as stable as I wanted to believe. The layout of my house is important here. My daughter's bedroom is down a hallway, past a guest bathroom and another guest room. My brother was staying in the guest room closest to her. The bathroom is literally just across the hall from his room. No reason to wander further. That night, my wife was staying with her mom, so it was just me, my daughter, teen, and my brother in the house. My daughter went to bed early. My brother and I stayed up for a while watching TV, but eventually I called it a night. I thought he had too, but I now believe he stayed up and found some alcohol I had hidden away. He later admitted he'd also taken one of his wife's sleeping pills. Around 2:30 in the morning, my phone rang. It was my daughter. Her voice was something I'll never forget, panicked, shaking, like she couldn't breathe. She said, "Dad, please come here." I jumped out of bed and ran down the hall. On the way, I peeked into my brother's room. The door was shut, the lights were off, and when I called his name, he just groaned, clearly half passed out. I shut the door and went straight to my daughter. She was trembling uncontrollably, crying, breathing like she couldn't catch her breath. She told me that she woke up to find my brother standing over her bed. He was muttering gibberish. His hands were under the covers on her bare legs and thighs. He was grunting. She said when she called his name, he looked confused, said her name in this questioning tone, and then stumbled out of the room. I can't describe the rage and fear that shot through me. But here's the ugly truth. My first reaction wasn't to see it as attempted molestation. My first reaction was, here we go again. He's drinking. He's being a screw-up. My brain twisted it into, he must have been wasted, confused, thought he was walking into the bathroom, and went into the wrong room. But to my wife and my daughter, this wasn't a mistake. It was a violation. And when they realized I didn't immediately see it that way, they were furious with me. And honestly, they were right. At first, I underreacted. I wanted to believe the best. I wanted to protect my brother from the ugliest interpretation. I told myself it was just another mistake, from a man who never seems to stop making them. But over time, I realized something. It doesn't matter if he was drunk, high, confused, or meant to go to the bathroom. He crossed every possible boundary. He scared my daughter so badly that she still shakes when she talks about it. He left scars on her that I can't erase. And instead of owning what he did, he brushed it under the rug. He never apologized directly. He never sat with her to say, "I'm sorry." He just ghosted, like if he ignored it long enough, it would disappear. This summer, my other brother got married. My daughter didn't want to attend because the alcoholic uncle would be there, and nothing had ever been resolved. I supported her decision. I wasn't about to force her to be in the same room as him. I called my mom and my brother, the groom, to explain. I told them it wasn't about disrespecting the wedding. It was about protecting my daughter. My other brother understood and was compassionate. But my mom, she told me my daughter was different, whatever the hell that means, and basically blamed me for breaking the family apart. Since then, she barely speaks to me. She lives in the same city as my alcoholic brother, and it feels like she's chosen him over my daughter. As for my alcoholic brother, he reached out once by text. I responded harshly, told him exactly how I felt, and after a brief phone call, he disappeared again. Radio silence. So here I am, left wondering, am I overreacting? All I did was stand by my daughter and say, this is not her fault, and she won't carry the weight of his actions. In any other house, my brother would have been beaten up or arrested for what he did. Relevant comments. Comment 1. Being drunk lowers inhibitions. It does not cause people to do things that are against their nature. Basically, Those evil thoughts that people have in their brain that normally social conventions prevent us from following through on. When they are drunk, they will go ahead and do those things. Your brother has probably had thoughts about your daughter before. He didn't do anything about it because it is inappropriate. When he was drunk, he decided to go ahead and BSE*QAL with her. And to make it worse, he has never apologized. It sounds like you tried to make an excuse for him about trying to find the bathroom. Did he ever put forth any explanation at all? This is a drunk with a lot of enablers in his life. Your mom makes excuses for him. And it sounds like you do too. You are the a-hole for your wishy-washy response to the SA of your own daughter. You are not the a-hole for holding him accountable, although I still don't think you hold him accountable. I find it highly ironic that you seem upset that he is ghosting you, when you should have just cut him off completely. Comment 2. You underreacted. If he had accidentally stumbled into her room, he wouldn't have picked up the covers and started touching her leg. He SA your daughter. He should be in jail. But of course, he's not, because when it's someone they know, men protect other men and not the women in their lives. Story as old as time. Maybe ask your daughter if she'd like to file charges against the brother or would like you to punch him in the face. Either way, ask her what she thinks should happen and follow through if you want to redeem yourself as a father. Comment 3. You are the worst kind of father for even questioning whether or not you overreacted. You did nothing, and you should be ashamed of yourself. Comment 4. Your wife is better than me. I would have divorced you the way you keep making excuses straddling the fence. No one has held him accountable. Should have called the police that night.